Hi students, today our class is Forest and Wildlife Resources. This is the second chapter of Geography 10th class Cbse. First we have to learn about biodiversity. What is biodiversity? So we are observing different things, mainly living organisms. Students, we know living organisms, we have different type of living organisms in flora and fauna also, which means in plants also different species is there, and in animals also different species is there. Those are come under living organism only. Even bacteria, that come under microorganisms. So whatever it is, this is interdependent, which means one living thing depend on another living thing. These are all come under ecosystem, interdependence. Usually in biodiversity, in India we have richest biodiversity. Nearly 10% of India, in India, that animal species not found in anywhere. That especially in India only. So we are in our daily life we are using air, water, and food that comes from our biosphere, which means the thing, which means not only humans, every living thing that interdepend on another, which means we in previous classes in even though in EVS or in science classes we learned about food chain, which means one living thing depend on another living thing. Example, we depend on plants, which means food crops. Okay, and food crops depend on soil, water, like that. So usually plants and animals is giving the gases outside. Example, animal, the forest. Example, forest plants are taking oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. The coming to fauna, which means animal, they are taking oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide, which means that showing the ecological balance. So that biodiversity observed. Say 10%, 10% of flora and 20% of mammals in threat nowadays in India mainly. Okay, 10% of flora and 20% of mammals endangered, which means that in threat, which problem is there, that may be endangered or that going to extinct also. And example, cheetah, you see cheetah not found here, which means ACA, that is Asiatic cheetah. Okay, not found here. That already extended. And vanishing of forest. What is vanishing of forest? You see nowadays due to deforestation, cause of human things. Example, one forest, one factory is going to constructed, or any mining work is going on, or any dam construction purpose, we are deforesting the area, even settlements purpose also. So daily different type of forest also declining and going to deforested due to our policies only, our methods only. We are following deforestation methods due to different reasons. That may be settlement, that may be mining, that may be forest factories or industries. See, now 79.42 million hectares of the forest area found in India. That covers 24.16 geographical area, remember. Okay, in that dense forest 12.2%, dense forest 12.2%, and open forest is 9.14 only. Okay, and coming to mangroves, Sundarbans, we learned in previous class. Sundarbans, even in 10th class, in 7th also there, in 9th class also you learned mangrove forests are 0.40, dense forest is 12.2, and open forest is 9.14, and mangrove forest is 0.14. Remember. So according to forest report, this is mentioned. Okay, according to our forest report 2050, dense forest is 12.2%, and open forest is 9.40 and mangrove forest is 0.40. Maybe in one more questions it will come, remember. And coming to dense forest after 2014 decreasing. You see 3,775 square kilometers of dense forest found in India. From since 2013 it is increasing, remember. So IUCN, what is IUCN? This is very important. International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. That are one of international union for conserve of forest and nature and even natural resources also. So they classified the animal species into different types. You see, first one, normal species. Normal species, which means coming to normal animals like cow, dog, buffalo, normal buffalo. These are all come under normal species. That is not endangered, not extincted, not rare one. Which means usually the population like that only, not decreasing. Clear? And example, domestic animal, cow, buffalo, just like. And endangered, some are in danger position. Some are, which means that number is decreasing. Example, wild ass and sangai also. Okay. And Indian rhino. Remember. And vulnerable resources. What is vulnerable species? Vulnerable nothing but that near to endangered, which means that number also going to decrease. Vulnerable near to endangered, which means that near to endangered one, which means the number is slowly decreasing. Asiatic elephant, example. So Gangetic dolphin also in Ganga basin it is. Okay, Ganga Brahmaputra basin, Gangetic dolphin we are observed, that also in vulnerable. Okay, and rare one. Rare means rare only, lowest population, which means the number also very less. Okay, maybe that that may be in endangered or that may be in position of vulnerable. Okay, that number also very less, that going to decrease and that going to decrease and already decreased, that come under rare species of animals. And endemic, what is endemic? Endemic nothing but some of the geographical areas, particular areas only the species of animals found. Example, our island area, Andaman area and Nicobar area, Andaman and Nicobar area, and our Lakshadweep area, that type of animals found. Okay, that type of animals. Example, the Andaman wild teal and Nicobar pigeon. Nicobar pigeon, remember. And extinct species nothing but that already once upon a time it is there, that not found now. You see example, Asiatic cheetah is there. 1952 the Asiatic cheetah observed in India. Now not there. Okay, that is extincted. Okay, that specific you see that can run nearly 100 kilometers above, 112 kilometers per hour. The running speed of that Asiatic cheetah not found now. Okay, so we have to care about that one, we have to conserve about that. Once I will revise the topic now. So in this we learned part 1 only till now. The forest wildlife resources I divided the class into 4 parts. We learned part 1 only, and part 2 also there, and part 3 also there, part 4 also there. Part 4 I will conclude the chapter. Now part 1 once small revise I will do, listen. Biodiversity, you know. Okay, biodiversity in this chapter, in this topic, what we learned about, we learned about biodiversity, and we learned about ecosystem, and we learned about different species of flora and fauna, and what is flora and what is fauna, and how much area, geographical area covered the forest in India, and different type of forest is there. Example, dense forest and open forest and mangrove forest, the percentage also we learned, and how much area covered, how much kilometers of the area covered in India, that also we learned. And IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, these also we learned. According to that, the species of animals classified into different types. Okay, about the types also we learned. Okay, in this part one, in part one we learned about this one, and in part two we are going to learn in next topic. Okay, students and viewers, like my channel and press bell icon and subscribe my channel also. Thank you.